Hi, this is Pat Dunn with a segment on trimming your diabetes. In this session, we will discuss the calorie reality, portion sizes, and dieting. The typical American eats too much food, too many calories, too little fiber, too many refined and processed foods, eats too much fat, particularly saturated and trans fats, and participates in too little activity. We live in a world that includes hunting and gathering, but most of our hunting and gathering is in the wrong places. It's resulted in an obesity epidemic. At least 1 in 5 Americans are obese, and has resulted in 300,000 premature deaths annually. It's rivaling that impact of smoking. And it dwarfs the effect of colon and breast cancer combined. 75% of obese children will become morbidly obese adults. So what is your body mass index? Body mass index is simply a ratio of your weight to your height. A normal body mass index is between 18 and 25. Between 25 and 30, you're considered overweight. Between 30 and 35, you're considered obese. Severely obese is 35 to 39, and a BMI of greater than 40 is considered morbidly obese. If your BMI is greater than 30, you have a 55% chance of increased mortality. Now, we're all mortal humans, we're all going to die, but your chance of dying early is much higher. You have a 70% chance of coronary artery disease or heart disease, a 75% increase in the risk of stroke, and a 400% increase in the risk of diabetes. How many of you have been on a diet, and how did that work out for you? Diets cause distress in eating tendencies. We don't recommend going on diets, because diets don't work. What we recommend are good, sound eating plans that involve physical activity and portion control. The energy equation, Einstein got it right. E equals mc squared. With the equation, E is for exercise, m is mass, or your weight, and c are calories. There's no mystery here. If you consume more calories than you burn, you're going to gain weight. If you burn more calories than you consume, you lose weight. And if they're about equal, your weight will maintain. When we put food in our mouths, it can only become energy or mass. Okay? So energy is in the form of physical activity, and mass is what's left, usually around our bellies or around our arms and hips. We don't want to go below 1,200 calories per day on our diet, because our bodies will think that a famine is coming. Remember, we're hunters and gatherers, and we have survival instincts. So our bodies are designed to withstand famine and to thrive during feast. During feast, we store energy as fat. During famines, we conserve energy. We reduce our metabolic rate, and we use muscle for energy. So even though there are very few famines that occur in the United States, in this century, our bodies aren't really aware of that. Some triggers can cause our bodies to think that a famine is coming, and this can include stress, being dehydrated, a lack of sleep, or a very low calorie diet, which is one below 1,200 calories. So why should you lose weight? Losing weight can help you improve your blood glucose, blood pressure, and cholesterol. Even a weight loss of only 10 to 15 pounds can be extremely beneficial. How do you lose weight? Well, you need to cut back on calories, especially fat. Be active most days of the week. Eat breakfast every day, and keep records of what you eat and drink, your physical activity, and your weight. You should develop a strategy or a plan for losing weight. You can implement this on your own or through an organized weight loss program. And a combination of meal planning and physical activity is the most successful. One of the keys to avoiding obesity and managing your weight is managing your glucose metabolism. When you eat sweet foods, your blood sugars will go up higher and stay up longer. And those are called foods with a high glycemic index. What happens when your blood sugar goes up is literally what goes up must come down. When your blood sugar starts to drop, your body has two reactions, which is fatigue and hunger. That's why some people who eat a meal, then not too long after that, need to go back and have another snack. That's why we graze sometimes in the evenings. Our blood sugars go up, then they go down. We get hungry. We need to satisfy that need by raising our blood sugars again. So one thing we do recommend is adding some protein to your carbohydrates, especially those foods that have a high glycemic index. If you can put some protein, so maybe some cottage cheese or some peanut butter with your sweets, then your blood sugar won't spike quite as high and it won't stay up quite as long. And that'll make a big difference in your ability to control your hunger. In fact, one of the things that we recommend is a planned snack late in the afternoon, sometime between 3 and 4 p.m. Plan that snack and account for it. Put some protein into that snack, and what we've shown is that it'll reduce overeating later in the evening. It'll reduce the grazing that we tend to do after 7 p.m. So plan your snack accordingly. You need to eat less calories and fat. So which one of these can you do? Eat smaller servings of high-calorie favorites. You don't have to give them up, just eat less of them. When you're eating out, split a main dish with a friend or take some home. You can also ask if there's a small size portion available. Sometimes you can even eat off the kids' menu. Ask for salad dressings and sauces on the side so that you control the amount that you're using. Include a fruit or a vegetable with every meal or snack. Cook in low-fat ways such as roasting, broiling, grilling, microwave, steam, or baking. Using non-stick pans or cooking sprays. Avoid or reduce sugary drinks and fruit juices and drink more water. Try to avoid empty calories. Use low-fat ingredients in favorite recipes. For example, you can use low-fat cheese instead of regular cheese. Cut back on high-fat toppings such as butter, margarine, sour cream, salad dressings, mayonnaise, and gravy. Season with herbs and spices, salsa, lemon juice, and other low-fat choices. Check the food labels. Choose foods with fewer calories and less fat. Buy low-calorie, low-fat snacks such as pretzels and air popcorn, and keep your serving sizes under control. Serving sizes have become a huge problem. As the serving sizes have become bigger, so have we. We are in a supersize me era. Do you remember the gulp? Then we had the big gulp, then the super big gulp, the extreme gulp, and then the double gulp. There's 48 teaspoons of sugar in a double gulp. So you need to know how much is in a serving. Okay, so for a fruit, a portion is a small whole fruit, a half cup of chopped fruit, or 4 ounces of fruit juice. 1 cup of fresh vegetables or a half cup of cooked vegetables is a serving. 3 to 4 ounces is a serving of meat. So when you go to a restaurant and have a 20-ounce steak, know that that's about 5 servings. 3 ounces of cheese is a portion. 8 ounces of milk, and you should try to get skim or 0.5% or 1% preferably. A half cup of cooked rice or pasta and a half cup of starchy vegetables. This would be like corn. 2 tablespoons of salad dressing, and try to go for fat-free or low fat. And for bread, 1 slice of sandwich bread, a half a bagel, a hot dog or hamburger bun, or an English muffin is a serving. Be active throughout the day. As we discussed in the moving section, being physically active will help you to control your weight and your calories. And keep a record. Records help you keep on target. Write down what you eat. Everything that you eat and drink, including the serving sizes. Keep track of your physical activity, what kind and how long, and monitor your weight at least once a week. So what are the keys to trimming your diabetes? Well, the one key is just focus on things that you can do over the long term. Don't go for fad diets and things that you're not going to be able to maintain. Focus on maintaining your metabolism. So very low-calorie diets are not a good idea. Focus on things that will help you maintain your metabolism. Focus on things that will result in normal or moderate serving sizes as opposed to larger serving sizes. And keep control of your blood sugar. Things that will make your blood sugar spike will cause you to overeat. So the more we can keep your blood sugar under control, and one way to do that is to add some protein to your high sugar foods, the better off you're going to be. Our next section is on minding your diabetes, and this will include emotions, eating patterns, intuitive eating, relaxation strategies, and making changes.